What's up, everybody? This is Danny Reardon, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Little Monster Big Appetite. Today, we are going vegetarian style, so we are going green. Recently, Ian went vegetarian, so I've been kind of challenged in the best way possible to make vegetarian stuff taste a little bit better. So one of the things I bought was tofu, and the first time I cooked it, I screwed it up. And it just wasn't really that good. I tried to cook it like chicken and it's just not the same. So I found out that you can actually bake tofu to kind of get out some of the wetness in it. So that's what we're gonna do today. And before, when I made the tofu, I actually made this recipe only once before. I just used whatever I had in the kitchen, which ended up being coconut chips and pancake batter, and I just coated the tofu in that and then baked it, and it came out really awesome. So today what I have in the kitchen is apple chips instead of coconut chips and pancake batter. We're just gonna do a light coating on the outside. But first we're gonna coat the tofu in like sweet and sour sauce, so the stuff will stick to it and bake up really nice and crispy. Sweet and sour crusted tofu is what we're making. It's gonna be nice and crispy, and then what I'm gonna do for a side is actually sweet potatoes with kale and cranberries. So here we go. This is tofu. As you can see, it comes kind of submerged in water. So the trick to making this crispy is to dice it up really nice and small, and then kind of wring it out, or like press a paper towel on top of it with something heavy so the paper towel absorbs all of the moisture in the tofu. And then you let it sit there for 15 to 30 minutes or so to get all the moisture out. So first we're gonna cut it up. So here we go. So get some paper towels and dump the tofu out. Obviously you dump the water out first as much as you can. And what I like about it is like it's nice clean water. So you would think that it would come out all gross, but it's not, because it's plants and it's awesome. So you take the tofu out and sort of press down on it, kind of wring it out a little bit. Try to get the paper towels to absorb some of the moisture. See, it's like a block. When you cut it, you want to cut it in thirds. So you want to make almost like little croutons. So cut it 1, 2, 3 going down, and then turn it and slice it across. Okay, so now that you have all of the tofu laid out kind of evenly, what I think you should do is dab it. So we're trying to get more water out of it. And then lay them out flat like this. And then you want to put something heavy on top of it and actually let it sit for like 15 to 30 minutes before you coat it and bake it. So what I'm going to do is put this on top of here, and then this just to add some more weight. Okay, so this is my favorite part. Somebody told me one time that you can actually bread or coat tofu. And I really like to get creative in the kitchen with whatever we have. So we ended up having protein pancake mix. So we got a little bit of extra protein in here. And before, like I said, I used coconut chips, which is really good. I have not used apple chips yet, but I think it's gonna be awesome. So what we're gonna do is crush these up really super tiny and then mix them with the pancake batter, and that'll be the coating. Okay, so we have the apple chips chopped up nice and small for coating, and then we're gonna add a little bit of pancake batter. So I'm giving the tofu a nice squeeze. And now it's time to coat it. So for coating this time, I'm gonna use sweet and sour sauce and a low sodium teriyaki sauce so that the coating that we made can stick to it really nice. Tofu doesn't really have a lot of flavor, so don't be afraid to like add a lot of spices and stuff. It's pretty tasteless. So this is what we're using. Okay, now we're gonna add the sauce. I would encourage you not to use a ton of sauce, but just coat it enough so that everything is kind of coated and almost like tar and feather your tofu. So just pour on a little bit and just try to get everything enough to like coat it. And then I'm gonna add some teriyaki sauce. Just stir it up. I feel like the sweet and sour sauce is gonna make it super sticky, which is good because you want this coating to stick to it. Now it's time to put the coating onto the tofu. I think what I'm gonna do is just pour a little bit on, mix it around, get everything covered, and then pour the rest of it on so it gets a nice coating on the outside so it doesn't soak in too much. So first I'm gonna just kind of spoon it over. This is kind of fun. Now I'm gonna put it onto the baking sheet. Oh, I preheated the oven to 450 degrees. This takes about 30 minutes to cook. What I would encourage you to do is to keep checking it and wait for it to be kind of a little bit brown and crispy. Last time I actually turned on the broiler for the last couple minutes to make it really crispy. So we might actually do that this time too. But for now, putting it on here. And try to spread everything out as evenly as you can. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of salt, a little bit of seasoning, and then hit it with a little bit of coconut oil, and then we're gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes and check on it in 30 minutes. Okay. We wait. Okay, so we're about 15 minutes in, and I'm gonna check on the tofu and probably flip it over so it can get a little crispy on the other side too. We're almost there. I'm just gonna, oh, it's almost done. I'm gonna put it in for a little bit longer while I make the sweet potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in for about 5 more minutes. It's been in for about 20, so this will be 25 total. So 450, 25 minutes tofu. Now it's time to make the sweet potatoes. And Target, thank you very much for being awesome and easy to do. I have a bag, and it has sweet potato, kale, and cranberries. So what I'm gonna do is put this in the microwave for like 5 minutes and cook it, and then I'm gonna put it in the skillet. So we're almost done. Okay, so I personally didn't know a whole lot about tofu when I started cooking it. So I looked some stuff up, and it's actually like a pretty cool little food. It's one of the oldest foods. It's actually been around for over 2,000 years. Old Chinese Buddhist monks used to use it as part of their strict vegetarian diet. So it's been around for like a super, super, super long time. Like I said before, it's very bland, so it can be camouflaged into anything. And it comes in different firmness. So today we used extra firm, but it can come in like a soft one. And it can also be used for dessert. Tofu actually has all 8 essential amino acids, which is huge for vegetarians because a lot of people say that they don't get enough protein. But actually, a half cup of tofu contains 10 grams of protein, which is equivalent to about a half a chicken breast, 5 grams of fat, and 11% of your daily iron intake, which is also important for vegetarians because without a lot of meat in their diet, sometimes the iron content is kind of low in their body. So tofu is like a really awesome food to eat for vegetarians. It's been around forever, and it can be camouflaged into anything from the main dish to a dessert. So try some tofu. In just a minute after the sweet potato medley heats up, I'm actually just gonna add the tofu right into the sweet potato and mix it all around. And then we'll be finished. Okay, so last step, I'm gonna add the tofu to the sweet potatoes, and then we're gonna be finished. And everybody just tried a little piece of the tofu, and I got thumbs up, so that's exciting, because this is new. Okay, now that it's all mixed together, the finishing touches, a little bit of salt on top, and we're gonna do a little swizzle of honey. Look at this. You can actually add stuff like quinoa or high protein pasta to get a little bit higher of a protein content in your vegetarian meal, because I know you guys are all concerned about your protein content. So the carbs that you do pick can actually have a higher protein content. You can do it that way. But this is what we made today. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for another cooking episode. This one is the green edition, and we have tofu and sweet potato and kale in here. Thank you for watching. If you have any other ideas for recipes, I would love to hear them in the comments. And if you guys try this, let me know. And let me know how you like it, because it's pretty good. Okay, bye. Good vibes. Plant vibes. Woo. Plant edition. No, I don't want to say that. Wait. So this one is going to be sweet and sour crusted tofu. And some of the things that I've been doing. Okay, so we're about. When you're making this, now it's time to from anything from. Okay, guys, this is this.
Ready? No.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. Shh. Okay.
Okay.